Good morning students. This is a video for class 8th subject science chapter number 11 force and pressure. This is your lecture number 3. In the previous lecture you have learnt about the force, resultant force and some effects of force. Now in this lecture I am going to explain some more topics of this chapter. The topics to be covered in this lecture are types of force. First is contact force and second is non-contact force. Types of forces. So students, forces can be broadly classified into two types. First is contact force and second is non-contact force. Okay, there are two types of force. First is contact force and second is non-contact force. So what is contact force? The forces which act directly when two interacting objects are in physical contact with each other are called contact force. It means when the two interacting objects are in physical contact, okay, when the two interacting objects are in physical contact and a force is acting between them, acts between them, then that type of force is called contact force. Means the force experienced by the bodies when they are in physical contact with each other are called contact force. Some examples are, first is muscular force, second is frictional force and third is mechanical force. These three forces are example of contact force. But now the question is, what is muscular force or frictional force or mechanical force? So now we talk about the muscular force, a type of contact force. So let's understand what is muscular force. Muscular force. Muscular force is a contact force. And what is muscular force? The force exerted by the muscles of the body is called muscular force. It means the force exerted by our muscles is called muscular force. When the force is exerted by the muscles of our body, then that force is called muscular force. For example, to lift an object or to carry a box, our hand and the object or the box are in physical contact with each other, and to carry a box or to lift an object, the force is exerted by the muscles. Okay, so these two examples shows the muscular force. To lift an object, a muscular force is required. Similarly, to carry a box, to carry your school bag, to carry your notebook, to carry your book or any other object, you require a muscular force. Okay. Now this picture shows the muscular force examples. In first picture, it shows that to carry books, we need muscular force. A muscular force is required to carry books. Second is walking. Means in walking also, when we walk, then a muscular force is required. Third is lifting weight. It means when we carry or lift any weight, then a muscular force is required. Without muscular force, we cannot lift any object. Okay, we cannot lift any heavy object. So for lifting weight, a muscular force is required. So this picture shows the muscular force example. Now I am showing you another example. here we have a book on a table. Now I'm pushing this book, and for pushing this book I have to apply some force, and on applying force the book will come in motion. Here you can see that there is a contact between my hands and book, and I am applying the force with my hands. So this type of force is called contact force. It is a muscular force. So the muscular force is an example of contact force. Now the next type of contact force is called frictional force. So students, frictional force is a type of contact force. But now the question is, how can we define frictional force? A force that arises due to contact between two surfaces and opposes the motion of an object is called frictional force. Okay, it means the frictional force always opposes the motion of an object. Okay, the frictional force always opposes the motion of an object, and it always arises due to contact between two surfaces. Okay, it always arises due to contact between two surfaces. That's why frictional force is a type of contact force, and it always opposes the motion of an object. It slows down the moving object and always acts in a direction opposite to the direction of moving object. Okay, I repeat, it slows down the moving object and always acts in a direction opposite to the direction of moving object. For example, if our object moves in right direction, then the frictional force always acts opposite to the direction of motion, means acts along left direction. And if our object moves towards left direction, then the frictional force acts towards right direction. This picture shows that a man tried to push this almirah, so he applied a force on it. Okay, this pushing force is a applied force by this man. But force of friction arises between the surface of this almirah and between the ground. Okay, a force arises between the surface of almirah and the ground. So it opposes the motion of this almirah. That's why to move an almirah, this man has to apply some extra force or some pushing force, because the force of friction prevents it from moving. So force of friction is always acts opposite to the direction of motion, and remember that it always opposes the motion of an object. Okay, it always opposes the motion of an object. Any object in the universe stops because of any moving object stops because of frictional force. Okay, any moving object stops because of frictional force. Okay, for example, when you stop pedaling a bicycle, it stops after moving some distance. And why it stops? Because of frictional force. And if a ball is rolled on the ground, it stops after a short distance because of this frictional force. And you are able to write on your notebook because of this frictional force. Okay, so this is all about frictional force. Next type of force is mechanical force. Mechanical force is always a type of contact force. Okay, so what is mechanical force? The force applied by a machine is called mechanical force. It means the force applied by every machine, like your washing machine, okay, and there are many other machines which the force is applied, and that force is called mechanical force, okay. So now we talk about non-contact forces. What are non-contact forces? The forces that act on a body without any physical contact with it are called non-contact forces. It means when there is not any physical contact between the objects or between the bodies, then the force experienced or the force act on a body is called non-contact forces. Means non-contact forces are acts on a body when the bodies are not in physical contact. There is not any physical contact between the interacting bodies. So I repeat, the forces that act on a body without any physical contact with it are called non-contact forces. Examples of non-contact forces. First example is magnetic force. Second is gravitational force. And third is electrostatic force. These three forces means the magnetic force, gravitational force, electrostatic force are examples of non-contact forces. So let's know about one by one that what is magnetic force. Magnetic force. Magnetic force is a type of contact force. So the name is magnetic force, and this name suggests that there is a force which is exerted by a magnet. Okay, there is a force which is exerted by a magnet. So students, what is magnet? As we know, the magnet is a object. A magnet is a thing which attracts the iron or iron made object, which attracts the iron or iron made objects. So what is magnetic force? The force exerted by a magnet on another magnet or object. The force exerted by magnet means here the force is exerted by a magnet and it can be exerted on another magnet or object. Okay. So the force exerted by a magnet on another magnet or object is called magnetic force. Now see this picture. This picture shows a magnet and some iron pins are placed near this magnet. Right? Some iron pins are placed near this magnet. And when we place the iron pins near the magnet, then the magnet attracts these iron pins. Now you can see here there is not any contact between magnet and iron pins. Even then there is a force. Okay, even then there is a force and which is exerted by a magnet on the pins. Okay, which is exerted by a magnet on the pins. Here I take a magnet. This is a magnet. A magnet is an object which attracts the iron and the objects which is made up of iron. Now, if I brought this magnet closer to these iron nails, they become attracts to this magnet. And why it's attract? Because of some force. And this force is called magnetic force. The magnetic force is an example of non-contact force because there is not any contact between the magnet and the iron nails. So this is a non-contact force. Next type of non-contact force is gravitational force. So what is gravitational force? The force by which an object is attracted towards the earth is called gravitational force. Okay, it means we know that when we throw any object, it comes downwards, right? Like if you throw your pen, then it comes downward. It never goes upward. It never goes towards the sky. It always falls down. Okay, it always falls down. So when we throw any object, it falls down. And why it is falls down? Because there is a force which is exerted by our earth on the object. Okay, there is a force which is exerted by the earth on the object, on our object, and that force is called gravitational force. And as we know that our object like our pen are not in contact with the ground, even if there is a force in between the pen and the ground. That's why it is a non-contact force, because there is not any contact between our object and the ground or the earth. So what is gravitational force? It is the force by which an object like your pen, like your notebook or etc. is attracted towards the earth. Means it always falls towards the earth. That force is called gravitational force. Next is electrostatic force. What is electrostatic force? The force exerted by a charged body on another charged or uncharged body is known as electrostatic force. So what is the meaning of charged body and uncharged body? So students, there are two types of charges are present. What are charges? Charges are the fundamental particles. Okay, these are some particles. These are the fundamental particle. Okay, that have electron, proton, and neutron. So charged body is a body which have charge, and there are two types of charge: positive and negative charge. So what is charged body? The body which contains charge. And what is uncharged body? A body in which there is no charge. Oh, and remember there are two types of charge: positive charge, negative charge. Okay. So there is no need to learn about the charges. Just learn what is electrostatic force. So what is electrostatic force? The force exerted by a charged body on another charged body or another uncharged body is known as electrostatic force. Okay, the force exerted by a charged body on another charged or uncharged body is known as electrostatic force, and this force comes into play even when the bodies are not in contact. Now we do an activity to understand the electrostatic force. So for that, take a plastic straw. Take a plastic straw and cut it into two equal pieces. Okay, take a straw and cut it into two equal pieces. Suspend one of the piece from the edge of a table with the help of a piece of thread as shown in this picture. Now hold the other piece of straw in your hand and rub its free end with a sheet of paper. Okay, hold the other piece of straw in your hand and rub its free end with a sheet of paper. Now bring the rubbed end, means the end which you rubbed. Now bring the rubbed end of the straw near the suspended straw. Okay, and make sure that the two pieces of straw do not touch each other. So, if you bring this rubbed straw with the suspended straw, if you bring this rubbed straw near the suspended straw, then you will observe that the straw which is suspended with the table is attracted towards the straw which we rubbed. Okay, the suspended straw is attracted towards the another piece of straw. And why it happens? Because on rubbing there is some charge acquired on the straw. That's why this charged straw exert force on another uncharged straw. Okay, and the force which is exerted by a charged straw on another uncharged straw, that force is known as electrostatic force. Okay, that force is known as electrostatic force. This force comes into play even when the bodies are not in contact. Okay, this force comes into play even when the bodies are not in contact. So this is electrostatic force. So students, what we have learned? Types of forces. The forces are broadly classified into two types. First is contact force and second is non-contact force. And the example of contact force is frictional force, muscular force, and another is mechanical force. And the examples of non-contact forces are gravitational force, electrostatic force, and magnetic force. Frictional force is acts due to contact between two surfaces, and the muscular force is the force exerted by the muscles. Gravitational force is the force exerted on an object, or we can say the force exerted by earth, okay, on an object. The force by which an object is attracted towards the earth is called gravitational force. Then electrostatic force, the force exerted by charged body on another charged or uncharged body is called electrostatic force. Then magnetic force, the force exerted by a magnet on another magnet or object is called magnetic force. So these are types of forces and some examples of contact and non-contact forces. So students, this is your homework. Question number 1 is, which force is exerted by charged bodies? Question number 2, what is the force exerted by a magnet called? Question number 3, name the force that opposes motion of a moving object. In third question, you have to write the name of force which opposes the motion of a moving object, means which opposes the motion. Question number 4, which type of force is applied by a machine? Question number 5, name the force applied by the muscles of our body. Sixth question, distinguish between contact and non-contact forces. Question number 7, distinguish between magnetic force and electrostatic force. We know that these are non-contact forces. Magnetic force and electrostatic force are non-contact forces, but you have to distinguish between these two forces. Distinguish between the magnetic and electrostatic force. Question number 8. Multiple choice questions. A part is, the earth revolves around the earth due to, first option is gravitational force, second option is frictional force, third option is electrostatic force, and the last option is muscular force. B part. An example of a contact force is option A, magnetic force, then second option electrostatic force, third option gravitational force, and last option is frictional force. Out of these four options, only one option is correct. Okay, so you have to choose the correct one. So students, now we will discuss the solution of lecture number 2. Question number 2 was, in the following situation, state the effect of force. So students, in this question you have to write that on which object force is applied, and you just write what is the effect of force on this object. Okay. A part. Squeezing a piece of lemon between the fingers, force and its juice. So we apply force on lemon, and on applying force the shape of lemon get changed, right? When we apply force on lemon to extract its juice, then the shape of lemon get changed. B part is taking out paste from a toothpaste tube. So when we apply a force on a toothpaste tube, on applying force, the shape of the tubes will become changed. Part. A load is suspended from a spring while its other end is on a hook fixed to a wall. So the answer is, when the spring is suspended by a load and this spring is fixed to a wall. Okay, this spring is fixed to a wall, means a force is applied on the spring. The spring is stretched, and on stretching the shape of the spring gets changed. D part. An athlete making a high jump to clear the bar at a certain height. To make a high jump, an athlete have to apply some force, and due to that force his state of motion get changed. Okay, his state of motion get changed. Your first question was, write the effects of force. So these are some effects of force. First effect is, force can stop a moving object or makes a stationary object move. Force can change the speed of a moving object. Next is, force can change the direction of a moving object, and force can change the shape and size of an object. Okay, and that change can be permanently or temporary. So these are effects of force. You can write down also in points. Okay. Third question, fill in the blank. A part. If a force is applied in the direction opposite to the motion of the body, its speed decreases. Okay, when the force is applied in the opposite direction to the motion of the body or object, then its speed means the speed of that object decreases. B part. Dash force is always applied opposite to the direction of motion of the body. So the answer is frictional force is always applied opposite to the direction of motion of the body. So this ends for today's lecture. Thank you, students.